Girl Time Inc. family, it's Carla from Market Made. I'm really excited to bring you this week's recipe. If you haven't seen it yet, on Pinterest, on Instagram, jackfruit, all the rage. It's everywhere, and it is a game changer for vegan foods because jackfruit has a similar texture, similar consistency to pulled chicken, to pulled pork, and you can use it in lots of similar ways that you would normally use meat in a recipe. It also has a really neutral flavor, so you can add a lot of spices and it'll take on those spices really well. So today we're gonna make some pulled jackfruit, which is gonna be great on sliders or on sandwiches. You can also use it on your tacos, on top of salads, any way you want. You're really gonna like this one. Before we get started with making our pulled jackfruit, I just want to talk about jackfruit for a quick second. So it's becoming a more and more popular ingredient, but it is still a little bit tricky to find in Collingwood. So I've had good luck at the Wild Stand. I've had good luck at Bulk Barn. What you want is to buy it either canned in water or in brine, as long as the brine is just like a lime juice or something very simple. Or you can buy it in these sort of vac sealed packaging. And these ones come as cubes. The ingredients are, it's just jackfruit, so there's nothing added to this. And I just followed the instructions on the back. You basically like heat up some water in a pot, throw this jackfruit in for 3 to 5 minutes, and then it's ready to go. So what you don't want to buy, you don't want to buy it already pre-marinated, and you also don't want to buy jackfruit in syrup. Not good for this recipe. It needs to just be in water or in brine or just these little cubes. And then what you have, what'll either come out of the can or out of that packaging, are these little kind of tenders, just like that. And then you just want to give them a push, a little bit of a peel, and see they start to shred just like a pulled pork. So if you get it in a can, I'd give it a really, really good rinse. I'll probably rinse this one as well, but give it a good rinse and then just start peeling it into the whole bowl, and then we'll be ready to start our pulled jackfruit. Jackfruit is kind of an expensive item. It's about $6 a can. So in order to beef up this recipe, I'm going to add some vegetables in the form of sweet potato, carrot, and onions, and that's just gonna kind of add some bulk to this meal and get in a little bit more vegetables. Once those vegetables have had a chance to soften, I add in the jackfruit. And then we start adding in our sweet ingredients. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of maple syrup, and then just give that a good mix to incorporate all the flavors. And then we start doing the spices. So I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of paprika. This is smoked paprika. You could do sweet. I just wouldn't do hot probably. Might be a little too spicy. Half a teaspoon of dry mustard. And then half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. So if you wanted to here, you could just add a cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, but I'm gonna make my own barbecue sauce. So I'm doing half a cup of ketchup, a quarter of a cup of mustard, just like your regular yellow mustard, and a quarter of a cup of apple cider vinegar, just to give it a bit of zing. And then the last thing that you're gonna add, just to create even more texture in this dish, is a tart apple. I've just cut these into some matchstick slices. And that's it. Throw it on a bun, put some coleslaw on top. You have a really unique meal on the table in about 15 minutes. I hope you enjoy this one.